What's up? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? This is your guy J Red. Before I begin, you know what we got to do. We got to play the intro if you don't already know. Here we go.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up. I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show. That's right, the one, the only Red's View. I am your gracious host, J Red. Hope everybody is having a lovely, lovely Thursday night. Thank you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me right now. So, you know how we do. Before we begin, make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you subscribe to the official YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/RedsView. All right. If you're following on Twitter, if you're looking on Facebook, make sure that you do J Red a favor and share the link so we can get everybody in the room and get this discussion going. We got quite a few things to talk about today. Gonna try not to hold up a lot of your time, you know what I'm saying? But it's some interesting things that are going on in the news right now. If you are watching with me right now, hit that like button. Also, hit that fire emoji so we can get this thing started. Waiting for a couple more people to pile all in the room. Man, I hope y'all are ready for Christmas. How many of y'all are gonna be wearing pajamas with your boo? How many of y'all gonna be baking Christmas cookies? Sipping on the eggnog, wake up Christmas morning with your Christmas pajama pants on. Any of y'all doing that this Christmas? Anybody gonna be booed up? You know it's cuffing season. But yeah, man. Let me know that you're in here. Hit that like button or say something in the comments to let me know that you're rocking with me. Know that you're here. We're gonna talk about Mr. Jussie Smollett. We're gonna talk about Bizzy Bone. We're gonna talk about Jacquees. We're gonna talk about a lot of things today, man. But if you are rocking with me, hit that fire emoji. Again, you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here right now. I hope everybody's having a lovely Thursday night. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it, y'all. We're going to jump into it. But before we do that, is everybody having a good night? Let me know that you're having a good night. Are you having a good night? Let me know in the comments. Come on, man. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just let me know that you're in here watching with me. Y'all being shy tonight. But it's all good. It is all good. It is all good. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into it. All right. So the first thing, of course, that we're going to talk about, we have to talk about Jacquees. The King of R&B, Jacquees, sings the national anthem. The King of R&B, the self-proclaimed King of R&B by the name of Jacquees, actually sang the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, of course, I'm going to show you a screen recording, a screen capture. We're going to watch this together. All right. We're going to watch this together and see how well the king, the self-proclaimed King of R&B did. All right. So everybody watch it with me. Let's go ahead. This is our guy right here.
Oh, say, can you see behind the guns?
Let's start it over. Let's start it over. We're gonna do it again. Jacquees.
Oh, say, can you see behind the guns? Early lights, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. What did y'all think about that, man? The king of R&B, the self-proclaimed king of R&B, Jacquees, sang the national anthem at a Lakers game. I forgot who they played, but I think that boy good. What y'all think? Y'all think that boy good? Huh? How'd y'all think he did? You think he did a good job? Man, listen, man. People have been bashing the hell out of this guy, Jacquees, and really it's because he's brought it all on himself. Okay, I think it was the year before last. It was this big thing that he said that he was the new king of R&B. You know, no disrespect to the legends, but I'm the king of R&B and all this, right? And I mean, you know, it's crazy because if that's what you call R&B, then R&B that we know it is dead. If that's what you call R&B and he's the king of R&B, then R&B music is dead. That's not rhythm and blues. I don't know what the hell that was, but you know, more power to him. I don't understand. I mean, I guess because it's not that many R&B artists that are out right now, or there, I'll take that back. There are a lot of R&B artists that are out there, but none are, it's not nearly as many on a national level as we used to have them. But I mean, I just got a serious question. It's like, I can't sit here, I can't name any Jacquees songs. And this ain't no hater shit. This ain't trying to talk shit about him, but I can't name you any of his songs. And I feel like if you are that king of R&B, I should be able to name a song of you, and I can't name any, not one single one. I know he does some covers and different shit like that, but I don't know any of Jacquees' songs. So he sang the national anthem. People were tearing his ass up, saying that he did too many jumps. You know, the free, you know, all that crazy shit. So I mean, it's wild. It's wild, but that was funny. That was funny. I hope everybody got a good laugh out of that. I made a status on Facebook saying that boy good, that boy good, that boy good, good and terrible. You know, if you watched Coming to America, you remember Randy. It reminded me of Randy Watson. You remember when Randy Watson on Coming to America went up there and was singing Sexual Chocolate, and you know he sang, and then you know not Eddie Murphy, it was some dude who was in the crowd going like, "Hey, that boy good, that boy good." Yeah, so that's what I said with that one. But anyway, so let's talk about the heavy topic that's going on right now. All right, Jussie Smollett, my bad, Jussie Smollett, Jussie Smollett, Jussie Smollett. Am I saying it right? Because the damn Dave Chappelle special that came out a couple of years ago calling him Jussie Smollett, I can't even say his name right. Is it Jussie Smollett? I forgot. But anyway, so Jussie Smollett. And if you're watching YouTube right now, you can actually see what the thumbnail was. He's the gay Tupac. All right, Thug Love. Now, Mr. Gay Tupac has been found guilty on all counts of falsely filing a let me see, what is that again? I want to make sure that I get it right. So he was found guilty of lying to the police in a hate crime hoax, but they call it a certain thing. What is it? Falsely, I forgot what it was, y'all. So basically, what it was is he falsely reported. Everybody knew this from back in the day. I mean, what am I saying back in the day before? All right, so everybody knew what he did. All right, so the guy had said that, you know, he was walking down the street going to get a Subway sandwich in freezing below temperatures at night. Like I said, to get a Subway sandwich, and then all of a sudden, these racist white men with MAGA hats walk up to him and say, I'm not going to repeat what they said to him. They said the N word and the F word. Hey, aren't you that N word, F word from Empire? And he said that they approached him, they beat him up, tied a noose on his neck and poured bleach on him, and then ran and disappeared in the night. Now, the reason that this, I think, even got more popular was because of Dave Chappelle's special, how he was saying that everybody felt like this was bullshit, which we did. When I first heard the story, I was really questioning it. Like, why would they approach you? Because this is the thing, man. Empire was a big show at first when it first came out, but it was more towards like the racist white people. I don't think they would have been watching Empire. That's not even in their demographic. So we were questioning that from day one. So I personally never believed it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm all for black people. I'm all for justice, you know, and I'm all against fighting the system of white supremacy. However, if you play with that, because it's some black people that like to play on that, you know what I'm saying? And it's real sad, like when we actually have to, you know, because anybody, if I'm black and if I say that, you know, hey, that's racist or whatever, right? Then typically a lot of people will ride with me because of the history of the system of oppression and white supremacy. So when Jussie Smollett said this, it was a lot of us that was really, really questioning the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at it and was just never believed it. So the reason that I'm calling him the gay Tupac is that's what he actually called himself. All right. He called himself the gay Tupac at some concert that he did after the situation happened. He was like, I didn't run. I fought back. That was the whole thing. He fought back. Right. But the reality is the odds of you being in Chicago, freezing below weather, right? And all of a sudden, these racist white men just happen to be outside, see you, recognize you from a show that they don't even watch, and call you homophobic and racial slurs. That was real weird, very weird, and we didn't believe it. But obviously, some jurors didn't believe it either. 12 jurors didn't believe it, and now he's found guilty. He is found guilty, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know. I think that they said that he could get up to like 5 years in prison. I don't think that he would be getting like a heavy sentence, right? But whatever they're doing, I think that they're going to make an example out of him because of him being black. I'm going to say it like that. You know, now he is homosexual and a part of the LGBTQ community. But I think that what we don't understand is that we as black people, we are black first before anything else. Before you are a Muslim, before you're a Christian, before you're gay, before you're straight, before anything, you are black. So I think that they're going to try to make an example out of Jussie Smollett. I'm messing I might as well not even say his last name because I'm messing that shit up. But I think that they're gonna make an example out of him, man. Like I think I read a thing that said that, you know, he could get up to 5 years or something like that. But it's different counts. I don't know if each count comes with like a different set of years. But I also read that he is, you know, comfortable knowing that he's going to file an appeal. He has faith in the system and all that other stuff. So, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, but what's crazy is that he called himself the gay Tupac. And I always wondered like why he would say that. I guess that was the whole fight back, fight the oppression type of thing. But it's like he tried to mix in it felt like he tried to mix in the LGBTQ community with the black struggle. And when you do that, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But what y'all think about it? You can write in the comments and let me know what you think about this situation. Did you ever believe Jussie Smollett? Or do you still believe him? Do you feel that he isn't guilty? Do you feel like it was some random white man, racist white man with MAGA hats, zero below weather in Chicago while he was walking the subway? They appeared out of nowhere, beat him up, poured bleach on him, put a noose on his neck, and ran off in the middle of the night. Do you feel like that actually happened opposed to it not happening? How do you feel about it? What is happening? What is happening? Jovian Banks, we see you. We see you. Ayo. What you think about it, man? Do you believe Jussie? Has anybody believed Jussie since this shit happened? Because I never believed it. It just didn't feel real. It didn't feel real. Now, I could understand maybe if he was somewhere else, but just the whole thing, man, I just don't feel like it. I'm not saying white people didn't watch Empire, but I don't feel like those MAGA hat wearing people actually watched Empire and just spotted him out, of nowhere and decided to attack him. It never felt real. That's why when Dave Chappelle made it actually funny, calling him Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett. He was like, we never believed that nigga. But yeah, man, I think that they're gonna end up throwing the book at him. Whatever the maximum is of those counts. And let me see what those counts were. So it says a disorderly conduct charge for a false crime report is a class 4 felony and punishable by up to 3 years in prison and a $25,000 fine. So I guess, does that mean for each one? I mean, I don't know, but it's just something to learn from that situation, man. But you know what? I don't think that it's Jussie that came up with this situation. I don't think that he came up with this whole ordeal. I feel like it's other people that have been involved or were involved. So look what Jovian said. He said, I forgot about Cuz, but nah, he's clearly full of shit. If he want to be real, everyone wants to feel like a victim nowadays. I agree, but I feel like they did that for a particular reason. Now, some people feel like it was during the Democrats, like to get the Democrat votes, because at that time Trump Trump was in office. And it felt like that whole wave of the Democrats and things like that, they wanted to ride on that. And what better way to do it than to combine different forms of oppression or whatever, right? Combining the black struggle with the LGBT struggle and mixing it all together. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, me personally, I never believed him. And I did think it was full of shit. Now, what I'm not doing, I'm not jumping on the white media's bandwagon and joining in with white people on bashing a black man going to jail, possibly going to jail. Well, I mean, he's going to jail. I mean, he was found guilty, right? But I'm not, this video isn't in any shape or form trying to bash him. It's one, I'm making fun of the fact that he called himself the gay Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Because Tupac is one of my favorite rappers, and I felt like that was really unnecessary to call himself that. But it was funny. It was funny with him, with Dave Chappelle. If you're watching right now, let me stop. If you're watching right now, hit that comment, hit that like button, or hit a fire emoji to let me know that you're watching with me right now. All right. But yeah, like I think that that was corny as hell, and I just want to know why he did it. Because if you sit here and tell me that you really believe that he actually, sorry, I'm looking at this on Facebook. I just want to know. If you truly believe, shout out to my friend up in here, Francis Swag Buzz. What is happening? Make sure that you follow his channel, y'all. He talks a lot about the HBCU sports and different things like that, man. Swag. Jackson State, we are the swag champions. If you're going to be here in Atlanta next week, shout out to, okay, all right. $4.99. Shout out to the super. They call this the super chat. Thank you, Jovian. Thank you. But yeah, man. Yeah, next week, if you're gonna be in Atlanta, we're gonna have the Celebration Bowl between Jackson State and I think what they call Carolina State. Whoever it is, we're gonna beat them. But anyway, y'all, for everybody tuned in right now, we are talking about the Jussie Smollett case. And I never believed him. And anybody who did believe him, I'm just looking at you sideways because the story just never added up. And we have to watch that, because what happens is a lot of black people will ride this whole, because we know that we're oppressed. So any little thing happens, we can say, hey, we could really make up a story and say some shit happened and everybody's gonna ride with you first, because I'm always gonna ride. If a woman comes to me and says, hey, this white man just called me a nigga, me being on code, I'm gonna get up and be like, where he at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna believe her over what he says for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's like riding with your family. If some shit happens with your family, you know what I'm saying, and y'all get into it, and say your cousin getting beaten up and you jumping in and helping them, right? Then afterwards you find out that he grabbed on a girl's booty in the club right in front of her dude, and you like, God damn, nigga, I got a black eye over this shit. But you roll with your family, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Jussie tried to do, and I think that it was puppet masters that actually did it. I don't think that he did it, you know what I'm saying, by himself. So I feel like other people should be going down if he's going to go, because this ain't the streets. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like he's going to fess up and bring other people with him? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Cash App, man. If y'all want to donate too, don't forget about the Cash App. But anybody who's watching right now, I want to know, did anybody believe Jussie? Or does anybody believe Jussie right now? Let me know in the comments if I'm tripping. And if you do believe that he that shit happened to him, let me know why. Let me know why you believe it, because I always felt like he was full of shit. Always felt like he was full of shit. But it's very interesting. I forgot that the trial was actually going on. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I felt real funny about him calling himself the gay Tupac. I feel like that was super unnecessary. And you know, I hate it for him, but again, I don't feel like it was just him himself that actually came up with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, hope for the best. Hope he don't do a lot of time, because truthfully, I don't feel like he should be doing a lot of time anyway. I don't really want him to do time anyway. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just some community service and stuff, but he did go against the law, and now he's about to get fed to the wolves. Them white folks about to make an example out of this black man. This black man, not this LGBTQ man. All right, not this gay man, not this LGBTQ man. They're about to make an example out of this black man. So y'all pay close attention to this. You say he's a Gemini, you can't trust him. Geminis, yeah, man. Sagittarius, I'm a Sag, right? My birthday just passed, by the way. They talk so much shit about Sages, but Geminis, yeah, it is good versus evil. You know, Gemini turn up on you in a heartbeat. But yeah, man, much power to brother Jussie Smollett, the gay Tupac. But anyway, y'all, let's move on to something else. All right. So I want to talk about this, you know, Bizzy Bone in Verzuz. Okay. Now, Verzuz took place last week. Wasn't that last week? Yeah, it was last week, last Thursday. I talked about it, chopped it up last week or whatever. I told you I felt like 3 6 Mafia won the battle and things like that. But what keeps transpiring is the fight that happened. You know, with this being the first Verzuz battle that a fight actually happened and different things like that. And I've been seeing so many different memes. It's been funny as hell, man. This dude Bizzy. If I was Bizzy, I would come up with some merch right now. Maybe some 3 6 Mafia ugly Christmas sweaters, because he called them ugly. And I want to leave this with y'all today too. Don't let an ugly motherfucker mock you while you're doing your thing. Word from Bizzy Bone, do not let any of these ugly motherfuckers mock you while you're doing your thing. Don't let them do it. Bizzy got on stage and said that shit. But what I want to talk about, I want to address this, all right? Now, I know Bone personally as family, you know what I'm saying? Not only am I a big fan of them, but also have worked with them, you know, on songs and, you know, different things. He said, now hold on. I'm about to let you ugly motherfuckers lurking in the chat mock me while I'm sending this comment straight the fuck up. Hey, man. Shout out to you, man. But with Bizzy, right? People keep talking about he ran. They keep saying, yeah, he threw that bottle and then ran. So maybe I watched a different battle or something, but I don't think that the man ran. He didn't run. And what I want to do, because I know people gonna be like, man, you just trying to take up for them. Y'all talk shit about it all the time, right? I really don't give a shit, right? However, I gotta stand up for my guy because people keep saying that he ran, but I'm like, y'all didn't watch the full video. And I'm gonna play it for the slow people that are in the back. All right. Every slow person that's in the back, I want you to just come up to the congregation so we can look at this together. All right. Let's look at this together and see if I'm tripping. All right. Let's see if Bizzy really ran. And I want y'all to really pay attention to this. Look closely on everything that happened. All right.
Hey, before we even get started, you ugly motherfuckers ain't finna be mocking me while I'm on motherfucking stage. Like straight the fuck up.
So I want you to zoom in and look straight at Bizzy. Okay. So we can settle this shit for once and for all. We're gonna look exactly what the fuck happened. Right? Right this point, Bizzy cocks back, about to throw the bottle. He throws the bottle. Then he throws another bottle. Or let's go back. Throws the mic, I think. Throws the bottle. Okay. Now he backs up, catching his balance. Let's look at that again. All right. He threw the hell out there. Boy, he'd be a good pitcher. But look at this. Throw. Now. Now look closely what he does. To me, doesn't it look like he's walking up? Look at this. Walks up. Where did he run? Are y'all watching this? Where did he run? That's what I want to know. Which part did he run? Let's look at this one more time. All right. I shouldn't even have to be doing this, but this is for the slow people. Throw. Throw. Lazy comes up. Looked like he tried to, he stood in the way, but Bizzy. And he stayed there. And for all the people who said Bone wasn't trying to help him out, who is this right here? Don't you see Flesh and Bone? Flesh and Bone comes right up. Flesh comes up and Bizzy stands right there. This dude in the white fell into the crowd. Fell right in there. You see Bizzy, keep your eyes on him. He's right there. And you see the security guard in the black yanks him back. Let's look at that again. Look at this one more time. Bizzy even kind of threw a little punch. Dude dives in. Security guard comes in. Pushes Bizzy out the way. All right. Exactly. Bizzy has been crazy for years. He wasn't running. You motherfuckers who keep saying that he ran, show me where did he run? Where? He threw the bottle or the mic, threw that, caught his balance and stood right up. Flesh comes up. Where did he run? I'm trying to see. We're going to look at this one more time. All right. For the idiots in the back. It looked like he tripped. Walks up. Juicy J tries to throw a punch. Bizzy kind of threw a punch a little bit. Then boom. Dude in the white dives in. The security guard is right by Bizzy. And he yanks him out the way. All right. So that should be enough. He didn't run. Everybody see that? He didn't run. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right. He didn't run in the battle. So yeah, for the slow people in the back, we just had to clear that up because you're gonna put some respect on his name. All you ugly motherfuckers who was mocking him, y'all gonna put some respect on his name. But I hope that made perfect sense because I'm tired of seeing the shit. That nigga did not run. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. So Lil Duval has been in the news as well. He said that Kodak Black is lyrically up there with Kendrick Lamar. Lil Duval says Kodak Black is lyrically up there with Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm a little confused by what he meant by that. Up there where? Because Kendrick Lamar is lyrically like a one of the top lyricists, if not the, well, I ain't gonna go that far. He's a top lyricist, one of the best rappers that are out right now, especially in the last 10 years. Kendrick Lamar is one of the best rappers in the last 10 years that have came out, right? Now, not discrediting Kodak Black's music at all. However, when you're talking about that, like as far as lyrically, he is not even touching Kendrick Lamar. So, I mean, that was just a very interesting observation from Lil Duval. I want to say but that sounds very biased. Usually, you know, in Lil Duval, I agree with a lot of his talking points when it comes to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But this one, I just think that maybe Lil Duval was smoking on something, drinking on something, and just, you know, I'm quite sure he loves Kodak, but maybe Kodak's lyrics resonate with him more, and it made him say some crazy shit like that because I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. There's no way in hell that Kodak Black is lyrically up there with Kendrick Lamar. If you're talking about bar for bar, could you put Kodak Black in a cipher with Kendrick Lamar and we would compare each one of them? Could we put Kodak Black in a cipher with Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, you know what I'm saying, like Nas? Can we put all of them together with Kodak Black included, and we will be like, damn, Kodak had a cold verse. That don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to shit on Kodak, but Lil Duval, you need your ass beat for saying some shit like that. Real talk. Duval's from Jackson. Okay, let me see what you said. You said Duval's from Jacksonville too. He's a Florida guy. We all know Kodak isn't near. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I was thinking, I was like, yeah, aren't they from the same place? You know what I'm saying? Like, aren't they like? Because I figured he's from Florida, so that sounds like something a Floridian. How do you say Floridian would say some shit like that? Because I've never heard anybody even say that Kodak Black was like lyrical. You know, he makes some decent songs. I'm not taking that away from him. Has the decent flow, you know, but no. So Kodak actually responded to him. And let's see what Kodak actually said. And you know I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so Kodak Black responds to Lil Duval's hot take comparing him to Kendrick Lamar. All right, so there goes Kodak. Kodak says, I understand it be controversial shit behind me, but I appreciate it if y'all just worry about me for my talent, not the other shit on social media. Thank you. So I guess he said that in Ebonics. I understand it be controversial shit, but I don't know what he meant behind that. I guess he's just like, you know, whatever. But this is the original tweet right here. When Lil Duval said Kodak really up there with Kendrick lyrically, but y'all don't want to hear it though. Pyro Malik said, y'all forget my godfather, his weed be really strong sometimes. He said, so y'all don't see it. What song gives you those vibes? He said, Everybody Gonna Die Before I Go. And then Lil Duval said, most of y'all hating on Kodak, don't even listen to him. Your opinion don't even matter. Nigga said, I must be comparing Kodak to Kendrick Perkins. He says that, you know, you tripping. Kodak is most definitely spiritually tapped in. That's what makes him special. Okay. Again, I don't know what the hell Duval talking about, but clearly a lot of people feel like he was smoking on something. Smoking on something good too. Whatever he was smoking on, he needs to pass that shit this way. Because for you to say some shit like that, man, I need some of that shit. That's that good shit right there. But let me know in the comments how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel that Kodak? Maybe I'm missing something. Is Kodak lyrically up there with Kendrick Lamar? Let me know. All right. So let's go to the next topic that we're gonna talk about. All right. Now, real quickly, Drake actually withdrew from the Grammy Award nominations. Now, I'm not sure why the hell he did do that. He said Duval must ain't take his pills. Word to Bizzy, right? But yeah, so Drake withdrew from the Grammys, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why he did that. It would be really interesting to know why he did that. But I know a lot of people were saying that he's gonna make that be one of the topics of the song on his next album. Talking about he was so heavy, he was so Grammy nominated that he had to pull out. He had to pull out the Grammys to give everybody else a chance. But that was funny. I don't know why he did that. It'll be interesting to actually know why. But Drake withdrew from the Grammy nominations. And I guess maybe he wanted to be fair to everybody else because he wins shit all the time. But to me, I don't think that he's nominated for for his recent album. What's the name of his recent album again? Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy. I mean, I don't think that Certified Lover Boy is really worthy of getting a Grammy, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you. Everything Drake does is pretty calculated. So him and his team had to have done it for a reason. Maybe he didn't want to win a Grammy for this album. This album, I was about to say if you're reading this, but this album, Certified Lover Boy, isn't Grammy worthy. It's just one of the better. I could say it is one of the better albums that came out this year, but I definitely don't see it winning a Grammy. Realistically, this is one of the albums with the fewest hits that Drake has had in recent memory, because usually Drake got at least 4 hit records per album. This particular album, Certified Lover Boy, shit, Way Too Sexy. That's a hit by default. I mean, the sample was pretty good. And then I would say Knife Talk. Way Too Sexy and Knife Talk are like the only songs that are noteworthy of being like hit singles on this album. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad album. I'm just saying that it didn't really have a lot of hits. I don't hear about this album enough. It got some cool songs on there, but usually with each Drake album, you're going to get at least, I remember when Scorpion came out, that shit had like 5 or 6 hits and B-sides that just was like, everywhere. So, I mean, I don't think that this album really is worth being Grammy nominated, but that's my opinion. I'm just J-Red. Who am I, right? All right. So let's go to the next topic. So I want to get serious for a minute. Talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, Kyle Rittenhouse, of course, Killer Kyle, was found not guilty on all counts. Shout out to Angelina Griffin. I don't know what the hell that is right there, but shout out to you for joining and watching. But so Kyle Rittenhouse, man, is he a celebrity now? Because he was found not guilty on all counts. Had the gun charge thrown out, all that shit, right? But he appeared on some podcast. I don't know what the name of this podcast was, but he was actually on there saying basically fuck you to LeBron James, right? And we're going to watch that, see what he said. Because, LeBron James had a few words about him, but let's watch this.
I don't know if this emoji is.
Carson, cool thing about lemons, I'll eat lemons straight up. It's really good.
Well, LeBron said you're eating lemon drops, and then he got the flu.
Obviously, lemons don't make Kyle cry. He just eats them.
I eat them straight up.
I threw away my Lakers shirt. Just so everyone knows.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed you had one in the first place.
I'm from LA.
I was a Lakers fan too before he said that.
Yeah.
I was really pissed off because I like LeBron, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, LeBron.
Seriously.
Hey, man.
You have to give the man credit.
So now we got Killer Kyle showing up on broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Showing up on podcasts and radio shows, looking relaxed, looking chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just saying fuck LeBron or whatever. So I'm thinking that this dude is about to be balling. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that in America, right? It is sad that in America, you can kill people and become a celebrity right after that. Now, of course, people get famous for killing people, right? Look at Jeffrey Dahmer, look at, different mass murderers and different shit like that, right? But this man got off, just the whole legal system was on his side. We know that it was lopsided with that whole victory that he had, killing those innocent people out there. It was bullshit, but now he's appearing on radio shows and different shit like that, looking all relaxed, and it just made me feel a certain type of way at the end of the day, but this is America, and you're saying depend on what you depends what criteria do you have to fit to be called a celebrity. Basically, showing up on shows now, because he could write a book now, any way that he can get a bag. He's famous. He got famous for killing these people, being on trial. Now that he's off the trial, now he's off trial and found not guilty, it seems that with him showing up on these different radio shows, you got people wanting to interview you. You're a killer. You kill people. And now people want to interview you. Now, I know that's somewhat of the pot calling the kettle black, you know what I'm saying? But like when you think about like other people that may have killed people and wrote books or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like Gucci Mane actually killed somebody, but it was self-defense. But they're saying that Kyle Rittenhouse, his shit was in self-defense too. But let's see what you had to say, man. You say he's walking around like a celebrity. Honestly, it pains me to say this, but if dude decided to make this own podcast, it would do numbers. He's now a household name. So yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's using this as a benefit and a moneymaker now. He's a celebrity at the end of the day, but he's known for actually being out there during the protest and actually killing innocent people, walking around with his gun, threatening to kill people beforehand, all that shit. But they tossed everything out, and he can be on there saying fuck LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild. But this is America. This is America. It's sad, but it's pathetic at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out. All right. Now, one last thing that I want to talk about tonight. I told you I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Where in the hell, we were talking about Kodak Black, right? Being lyrically up there with Kendrick Lamar. Where in the hell is Kendrick Lamar? Where is he at? He left us again without an album. It was rumored that an album was supposed to come out this year, but it didn't come out. Kendrick Lamar hasn't had an album drop since 2017. That was 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, so that was four years ago, right? And it's like, damn, like, he just left us hanging. Now, he is supposed to be performing with Dr. Dre and other guests, Mary J. Blige and Snoop Dogg and Eminem, actually, for the Super Bowl halftime show that's going to be in February. And I know for a fact that Dr. Dre is dropping something because I had DJ Yella on my show on Red's View. Y'all got to go through and check it out. I actually had him on the show, and he was talking about, he insinuated that Dr. Dre's going to drop something, but he couldn't be the one to actually say it. So I know Dr. Dre's dropping something. Do y'all think that Kendrick Lamar will drop an album next year? I thought that he was, and I saw him show up somewhere at a performance wearing some white type of costume that was like, draping and different shit like that. Like it was crazy. But we don't have a Kendrick Lamar album. Kendrick, where you at? We need an album from you. All right, we need something. Now, I did say that was the last thing that we were talking about, but I want to talk about something else. real quick before I get up out of here. All right. So there's been an ongoing debate, and I want to get y'all's opinion on this. Thank you, everybody, for joining me, by the way. All right. So there's an online debate. If you're watching my screen right now, you see it says online debate about kitchen toys for boys sparks heartwarming images of kids at play. All right. So basically what this was, it's a debate about kitchen toys for boys. Recently some holiday Scroogers took the internet to share their loud and wrong feelings about why boys shouldn't receive or play with kitchen toy sets after a photo of a young child in his state-of-art stainless steel kitchen went viral. While many people pointed out the homophobic element in the room, others rushed to point out the male-dominated world of culinary arts and the ridiculousness in shaming a child for playing with kitchen toys. All right. So look at this picture right here I can't move this box right now, but right here. So how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Because people have voiced their opinions about a little boy playing with the kitchen set. Now, Jovian, let me know what you think about that. I know you said I bet yes, a K-Dot album in 2022. Hopefully so. But with this, if you had a son, or if anybody that does have children, have a son or whatever, how do you feel about a little boy playing with the kitchen set? What y'all think about that? Is there an issue with a boy, a little boy? Because, you know, normally as, you know, little boys, you see them playing with action figures and different things like that. But there's two sides to look at this, right? One of my homegirls were talking about gender roles, and I'm a firm believer in gender roles, right? And I do feel like there is a gay agenda out there. However, on this one, I'm not too sure about this one. Because I want to ask this question. When you think of a chef, oh, hell nah. Oh, no. Look what he said. Oh, hell nah. I know where this is going. We about to start having boys do splits in the day. All right. So do you feel that this is out of line for a boy playing with a kitchen set? Because think about this. When I think of a chef, I think of a man. Honestly. Now, when I think of like throwing down in the kitchen, I be thinking about a woman. I think about my mama, you know what I'm saying? Or my grandma, or different, you know, Southern, because I'm from the South, the real dirty South, Mobile, Alabama. We all the way at the bottom of the map. So I think about some good home cooked, like a home cooked meal. I'm thinking of a woman. But when I think about a chef, a gourmet meal or different shit like that, I'm thinking about a male. You think of chef, first image that may pop up in your head is Chef Boyardee. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Well, why you got to do Tupac like that, Pac like that? I didn't do him like nothing. Jussie Smollett did that. Belzebet Empire. That wasn't me that did that. That was Jussie Smollett. But so when I think of a chef, I think of a man. You know what I'm saying? So do they have a point when they're talking about that? Like, should a boy be able to, you know, play in the kitchen, or how do y'all feel about it? You know, so Jovian, we already know how you feel about it, but is there an issue? Is there an issue with that? It's not necessarily out of bounds. This is very yeah, I see. I mean, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So okay, so men being in the kitchen isn't feminine. This is true. But some people feel like little boys should be, you know, doing tools, you know, playing with tools and different things like that. But I can see what you're talking about as far as the trajectory and where it's heading, you know. But so I'm on the fence about it, because I do see what you're saying. Like, you could that be grooming boys, I mean, because I never played with a kitchen set when I was little. I always played with action figures or tools or just whatever. Hell, I can't really remember, but it wasn't in the kitchen. However, it's not feminine for a man to be in the kitchen because children do have to learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. And if you groom your boy to cook, shit. I mean, chefs make good ass money, especially if you got your own catering company. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that that's a bad thing necessarily. Again, for people in the room, if you're watching, there's an online debate. There's been an online debate about a boy. It went viral playing in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like a kitchen set. It looked like he whooping work too. He whooping it up in that kitchen. But how do y'all feel about that? Because some people feel like, you know, it's gender roles and we shouldn't be having a boy in the kitchen that early of an age. But like I said, I'm on the fence about it because if my son wants to aspire to be a chef or something like that, why not start him early? We used to have what you call home economics class. In the home economics class, you used to have men and women learning how to cook in there, from my understanding. You know, so yeah, like I said, man, I'm a firm believer in gender roles for sure. But I mean, you know, in this particular situation, I mean, you know, to each his own, I guess. But it was just very interesting. I'll probably bring up the topic again. But yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody for joining me tonight on Red's View. If you haven't already, for those who are going to be watching, I want you to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RedsView. What you say? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. When I was a kid, I wasn't even allowed to give my male classmates Valentine's Day candy. I was guided to mainly do what men generally do, even if it was just play. Yeah, I mean, I get that for sure. I mean, trust me, I'm a firm believer in that too. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that I just see something wrong with a little boy playing in and it didn't. Look at this. The kitchen, you know, it looks like a regular kitchen. It don't look like it's pink or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like he got an apron on. He's just playing in the kitchen. He can play like he's cooking something. He looked like he may be cooking some ramen noodles or some shit, you know, something like that. But I mean, shoot. I mean, I wasn't cooking. My mama taught me how to cook eggs at an early age, you know, and I mean, I wasn't like 3 or 4 or nothing like that, but I mean, I think I was, by the time I was like 5 or 6, I was able to go in there and cook me up some eggs, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own, I guess. But I don't really feel like that was necessarily an issue, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like the boy was wearing, he looked like a regular kid, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that, man. But y'all, that has been my time for today. Again, subscribe to youtube.com/RedsView. Like I said, thank you so much for joining. Shout out for you donating to the channel, Jovion Banks. Shout out to you for sure. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JAYR3D. Again, follow me at JAYR3D. Jussie Smollett, keep your head up, player. Keep your head up. The gay Tupac. All right, y'all. This is J Red, Red's View. I'm out.